Hey everyone, so today is my 12-week update. It is 12 weeks, 0 days today. It is January 2nd, so I actually had my appointment exactly on this day. It just somehow fell exactly on my 12-week, 0-day mark. So this was my second appointment. My first one was really just confirmation of pregnancy, where they did the ultrasound and told me that I was pregnant, and that was really it. This was my first actual prenatal appointment. So what I did at this appointment was I went in and I had my women exam and all of that, my pap smear, my breast exam, all the stuff that they would normally do at your yearly exam. So they did that. I also had a lot of blood work done, a ton of blood work, and she warned me I'd have a lot of blood work. They just are checking to make sure you're generally healthy and there's nothing wrong. So they did a lot of blood work, and I also gave them a urine sample, which I'm going to be doing at every appointment, which I will have an appointment every 4 weeks until I believe I am 20 or 36 weeks. 34 weeks, I don't remember, but when I get quite a bit closer, then it's like every week until I deliver. So I will have another appointment in 4 weeks. It's actually going to be like 5 weeks because my husband is going out of town, so we're just going to wait until he comes back. So at this appointment, other than all of the blood work and the woman exam, they did check the fetal heart rate. They didn't do an ultrasound, but they used a machine that just kind of goes on your stomach, and then they find where the baby is and you can hear the heartbeat. So that was really exciting. Baby's heart rate was 160, which is very good, very normal at this point. So I did get to hear that, and that was just, I can't even explain how it was to feel that. I was very excited to hear that, and number two, relieved that everything was okay. You know, like, I don't know why I think something's gonna be wrong, but in the back of your mind, or really in the front of your mind sometimes, you just think, is something gonna happen? Is everything going well? You know, I've never had a miscarriage or any problems. I've never been pregnant before, but you know, of course you want your baby to be healthy, so to hear that was just relieving to me. So I did get to hear that. That's pretty much how my appointment went. That was it. They really didn't do a whole lot more, just asked me how things were going. I have been having migraines still. In fact, they got better at the first part of my pregnancy, but within the last week, really, they started getting bad again. So we talked about those and what I can do for relieving my migraines. That was my appointment. I chose to opt out of diagnostic testing at around this time, around 12 weeks to 14 weeks or so. She said you can test to see if baby is going to have any abnormalities or anything like that, anything wrong. But my husband and I chose to opt out of that. If anything is wrong with baby when he or she is born, then we will deal with it. We will love baby. We will do everything it takes to take care of baby, obviously. So I don't want to worry myself over a test that is not 100% accurate. I'm sure that they are pretty accurate, but until baby is here and you can exam baby and see what's wrong, I don't want to worry myself over something like that. So, and it's everyone's personal choice. Some people do want to do that, and that's totally fine. You know, there's no problem with that at all. I just simply, we chose, I think it's important for you as a mother or even as a couple to choose what you want to do as far as that goes. So we opted out of that though. So, let's see, I've got this book I picked up at Half Price Books. So it's called Your Pregnancy Day by Day, and it's really fun. Every day they'll show like a picture of baby, and there's a lot of books like these around. If you can't find this exact one, it's probably a couple years old because it was at Half Price Books. I think I looked and it was like 2008. 2005, okay. But they do have a lot of these. I saw some at Barnes & Noble, but they were $40 and they were bigger, and they showed a picture every day. But I like that. It's kind of cool to see what baby looks like now. So today's day 78, the 12th week of pregnancy, and it says, as your first trimester nears its end, you may be scheduled for tests, which we chose not to do. You may feel warmer than usual, which I haven't. I've actually felt colder than usual. I'm always cold. And then you may feel thirstier. I am, but I just continually drink water, so it's really not that big of a deal. Yeah, and it says you can expect to have gained around 2.5 pounds by this point. Now, personally, I'm a little different because my pre-pregnancy weight was underweight. I should have probably weighed more. In fact, I should have weighed more than I did. So I've gained more than 2.5 pounds. My current weight, I wrote it down, let me see, is 114. And that's quite a bit more than 2.5 pounds from my pre-pregnancy, but I'm at a good weight for right now for me and for being 12 weeks pregnant. So I'm completely fine with that. My waist measures 33. I'm going to try to tell you that every week to just kind of update you. It has been 33 though for 2 weeks now. I can kind of notice a difference in my stomach just because I was so small and it's my body, but no one can notice that I'm pregnant. Yeah, obviously it's very easy to hide. If you're not wearing like a skin tight shirt, you cannot tell anything at all. But I do notice a small difference in my stomach just because it's my body. So, oh, I want to talk about my vitamins, and I think that's about it. I was taking the Up and Up vitamins from Target. That's the Up and Up brand, yeah. The prenatal vitamins, just their, you know, generic brand or whatever, but they do not have DHA in them, which is pretty important for, I believe, eye and brain development. Don't quote me on that. But either way, it's supposed to be really good. You should take DHA in your vitamins if possible while pregnant. So I switched to Vitafusion prenatal, and they're actually gummies. So that was kind of fun. They actually don't taste bad at all. So this is what they look like. You take 2 of them though a day in order to get the amount of vitamins that you need, and they do have DHA along with everything else you need, like the folic acid and everything. So I did switch to these. So if you're looking for a vitamin, I mean, these are affordable and they do have almost everything else in it in the right dose, but they don't have DHA, so be careful about that. There's a lot of other options that do have DHA, so I did want to update you on that. And lastly, my symptoms. There's really haven't changed. I haven't been nauseous at all. I have not had morning sickness whatsoever, and I don't think I will, fingers crossed, because I'm already almost done with the first trimester. You'd think I'd have had it by now if I was going to, and I haven't had one feeling of being nauseous. I mean, when I get my migraines, I get nauseous, but that's a completely isolated incident. You know, it's not because I'm pregnant, it's just because I have a horrible migraine. But scents do not bother me. There's not certain foods that I don't want to eat. I'll eat pretty much everything I used to want to eat. I'm still constipated. That's always been it's been a problem this entire time. I think it might be the vitamins. I don't know, because I never took a multivitamin before pregnancy. I should have, but I didn't. Maybe it's kind of the vitamins or just everything kind of slowing down a little bit. I know it's common for constipation during pregnancy, but I've definitely been having that. Increased urination, definitely have that, especially at night. Oh, I probably get up 2 or 3 times every night, and I know it's because I'm drinking a lot of water as well, but you've got to drink a lot of water. So really it's just the constipation and the increased urination are really my only symptoms. My breasts are still pretty sore. I don't think quite as sore as originally and for the first couple weeks, but they're definitely still sore, especially when I don't wear a bra. So I've been sleeping with a sports bra on a lot at night to kind of help support them, and it doesn't hurt quite as bad. So they are still sore, but those are my only symptoms that I've been having so far. And my skin breaks out. I always forget that that's a symptom because I would break out during my monthly time anyway, so it's all hormone related, which all my hormones are going crazy right now anyway, so I have been breaking out constantly since I got pregnant. It's just, nothing's going to happen about that. It's going to continue probably the entire time. So those are really my only symptoms I've been having, and I think that's really everything I need to cover. So I will be back next week to talk about week 13 and how week 12 went, and I think I'll be in the 2nd trimester. I believe. This book says that I'm nearing the end, and I think it either starts week 13 or week 14, so we will see. But I will see you next week. Bye.